Welcome to Math with Mr. J. In this video, I'm going to cover how to multiply a whole number by a decimal. So let's jump right into number 1, where we have 14 times 6/10. And the 3 steps that we're going to take in order to solve these 2 examples correctly are at the top of your screen. And step 1 says remove any decimals within that problem. And we're going to rewrite the problem without those decimals. So let's rewrite number 1 as 14 times 6. So we're removing or forgetting about any decimals. They will come into play later on in the problem though. Number 2, we multiply or solve just like we would any other multiplication problem involving whole numbers. So 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 1 is 6, plus that 2 is 8. So we get an answer of 84, but we're not quite done yet. Step 3, we need to place the decimal in our answer. And we do that by looking at the original problem and seeing how many digits are to the right or are behind a decimal, however you like thinking about it. And we have 1, this 6 here. And I like circling any digits to the right of a decimal or behind. That way I make sure I include everything. So we have 1 digit behind a decimal. That means our answer has to have 1 digit behind the decimal. So this 4 will be our 1 digit, and we can place our decimal right there. So we have 8 and 4/10 as our answer. Another way of thinking about it, we had 84 as our answer. So for every whole number, the decimal is at the end. So we can bring our decimal in once. That way it gives us 1 digit behind the decimal. Or you can just, how I did right here, kind of counted how many digits I needed and placed the decimal accordingly. Whatever works best for you. So on to number 2 here, where we have 7 times 5 and 22/100ths. First step, remove any decimals and rewrite the problem. So we get 7 times 522. Now when it comes to multiplication, we want the number with more digits on top. We can solve it like this, but it's much easier to have the number with more digits on top. So we can actually do 522 times 7. And that's because multiplication is commutative. You'll get the same answer either way, 7 times 522 or 522 times 7. So now we multiply. Step 2, we multiply and solve here. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 2 is 14, plus that 1 is 15. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. So we get 3,654. But that's not our final answer. We need to place the decimal. So let's look at our original problem, see how many digits are behind or are to the right of a decimal. And we have 1, 2. So that means our answer needs to have 2. We can think of it like this. Bring it in 1, 2. That will give us 2 digits behind the decimal. Or you can go 1, 2, and place your decimal there. Either way, whatever works best for you, and we will rewrite our final answer without any marks under it, and we get 36 and 54/100ths. So there you have it. There's how you multiply a whole number by a decimal. I hope that helped. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, peace.